following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to our man Dave in Clearwater. Hey, Dave, Happy New Year. What's happening, man?
Happy New Year to you, my brother. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, man. How you been?
I am doing well, man. I'm doing well. Can I throw a quote out at you?
Sure.
In the market, somebody knows something. Someone always knows something. That statement was made by a great trader by the name of Tom O'Brien about 6-7 years ago.
Oh, yeah?
And it kind of hit me like a brick. You're right. Somebody always knows something.
Hey, Carlos, what's going on, brother?
I'm calling you back, Tom. This morning I had the pleasure to talk to you and your son, and I don't want to miss the opportunity to talk to you again.
Well, I think you made some money on this bond.
Oh, yes, Tom. Your newsletter helped me.
That's a beautiful thing. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. So everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Accept others the way they are. You cannot change other people. To try to change them is to fit what you want them to be. It's like trying to change a dog into a cat or a cat into a horse. They are what they are, and you are what you are. Market-wise, the market is what it is. And what is it? It's all green, folks. Dow Industrials up 198, NASDAQ up 92, S&P's up 21, gold contract flat, 1278.40 an ounce. Silver up 10 cents, $17.07 an ounce. Copper, 305 a pound. Light sweet crude down 22 cents, trading at 55.11 a barrel. Notes, 10-year note, down 7 ticks, 124.26. 30-year bond down 17 ticks, 153.15. King dollar's up 129 ticks, trading at 93.885. The euro is trading at 117.5 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is at 113 to the U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? You get the SPY up $2.32. You're at 258.76. Your high out here is 259.35. Bottom line, we hit 259.04 today, so I do expect it's gonna go basically hit that high, see if it can take it out. That high, we had 57 million shares up at that high, which is weak volume, by the way. When we had come down on the 9th with 95 million. Went low yesterday with 80 million. But you're going to get more than likely a test of that high. Dow Industrials. We take a look at the Dow Industrials. Dow Industrials are right now up 196 bucks. You're trading at 23,467. 23,602 is the high. The composite, NASDAQ composite. What do we have with the composite? Composite right now is trading at a price point of up 93. You're at 67.99, and your high up there is 67.95. So you are over the high, and it looks like that baby's going to break over the high. So let's see what we have here. You're talking about the 7th, and if we go back to the 7th of November, 7th of November, volume-wise, what we did is that we did 2.2 billion. It doesn't look like we're going to have higher volume. We're at 1.4, but guess what? You can put in quite a bit of volume in this next hour. NDX 100. What do you have with the NDX 100? NDX 100 is also up 87 points. You're at 63.45. The high is 63.46. We have hit a high of 63.52, so I expect that also, we'll see whether it stays up there, but it is definitely going after that high. The 3Qs have done 23 million shares. The high that has broken is 154.54. Right now, you're at 154.72, and this one here has broken with volume, but we had anemic volume when we were up there in the first place. We had volume of, I think, 17 million at that last high of November 8th. On the 9th, you came down with 40 million. Yesterday, it came down with 24. Bottom line, it is taking it out with volume. We go take a look at the IWM. IWM up 226. You're at 147.89. And, that had tested the breakout area yesterday from the 27th. It did it with lighter volume. It's going topside today. This looks like, number one, you're into your downdraft of 147.44, so that's saying get to the top of it, which is the 150.53 area. And we at the end of the week right now, Friday. And next week, by the way, you're coming into Thanksgiving week. And what does happen the Friday after Thanksgiving, that can be a wild day. And if this market is continuing to go higher into that, it's going to be pretty intense because you can move that market and move it pretty quickly in holidays in general. The day after Thanksgiving, I've seen some monster moves. Gold contract has done 264,000 contracts out here. You get sideways movement. Yesterday we got up to 1290. You had the volume behind the move, so that's saying gold will be back up to those levels. Silver is holding the bid out here today. Silver is trading at a price point of $17.17. That's up 0.6%. Silver also went higher yesterday, had the volume behind the move. We're pressing, once again, up at these levels, so this is going to make Friday a good day inside the metals market. We've done 17,000 contracts. Yesterday, it pushed out 16,000. This is in the March contract, so we have a rollover that's happening right now. We go back to the December contract. You're at 72,000 contracts, which is great contract volume. Yesterday, we hit a high with 104,000 contracts, and that baby has a swing high with 101,000 at $17.27, and I expect that baby is going to get hit. Notes and bonds, bottom line, want higher price. These things are set up, and they're set up to really get up into the 10-year set up to get up into the high of the 13th of October, which is 125.25. We went higher yesterday, big volume, pull back today, light volume. And you didn't make it to the low of yesterday, which is pretty cool. The yield right now on the 10-year, you're at 2.36. And when you do look at that for a full year, we are right in the middle of the range. The low is 2.03. The high is 2.6. We're at 2.3. So 30-year, same type of setup. 30-year wants higher price. 30-year had a heck of a day yesterday. It went over one of its swings, had the volume behind the move. 30-year right now is trading at 153.16. You're backing down, and we're backing down today with 232,000 contracts versus going topside yesterday with 337. King dollar. King dollar is going to be pretty wild watching this thing shake out. The reason being, folks, is that King dollar, first off, had an ABC structure up. Price projection was 95,940. We hit 95,060. And it failed. Bottom line, you came down last 2 days with volume. You went into your swing. Now you get a small bounce going with light volume. More than likely, it's going to be a small ABC down. It's going to build some cause to get into the low of September 8th, and then we'll see whether it's going to break that low and get into the 88 mark. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. Stay right there, folks. Come right back. Hi, folks. Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials are up 194. You get the Nasdaq up 91. S&Ps are up 21. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Andy Hecht, as we do each and every Tuesday and Thursday. Don't forget, folks, Andy's got a great show right here at TFNN. Every Tuesday, Thursday, 5 to 6 Eastern Standard Time. He also has 2 great newsletters. He has the Technomento Commodity Report as well as Daily Essentials. Now, as you come over to TFNN, you're going to see right on the front page, you can test drive either one of these. Sorry about that. Either one of these newsletters, folks, and as you do that, you are going to have a nice little deal. And what that deal is that Andy had put together a course, the essential lessons, 12 essential lessons for trading commodities. As you test drive either one of these newsletters, you're going to get the full course. It's a 12 essential lessons. Each month is started in September. You end up doing it out here today. You're going to get the first 3. The first one was commodity markets and demographics. Second one is market breakdown, physical versus derivatives inside the commodity market. November was overview of market structure. In December, he's going to be talking about backwardation and contango. January, term structure. February, processing spreads. March, location spreads. Bottom line, you want to understand commodities upside down, check it out right on the front page of TFNN. Andy Heck, what's going on?
Hey, that was a good overview. Thank you.
Hey, you know?
It's a good course. It's a great course.
Totally,
really kind of, it's 40 years of blood, sweat, and tears in 12 one-hour segments.
Right. And you know what's so cool, too, is that, and I've said this, plenty of times to you in the audience, is that the cool thing about commodities is that we use a lot of them. We don't use all of them, but you use a lot of them every day. So it's pretty cool understanding,
exactly.
where these things go.
When I first learned about commodities and I go to the supermarket, it was like a whole new world.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you look at your pipes, or you look at you fill up your car, you go to the gas station. It's amazing how many times each day commodities touch us. And when you're an investor or a trader, it's touching every company that's in your portfolio or every asset. So,
well, I can tell you from the aspect of building, right? I can't see a piece of metal without grabbing it. Because it's like,
Right.
if you
You
ever
wanna
throw
touch
away
it.
metal, folks, it makes zero sense. I mean, metal doesn't go away, you know. And I see so many people throwing away wrought iron. It's like, oh, really?
It winds up in the scrap pile. Someone comes and picks it up.
Oh, my God. Try to go buy some wrought iron. Nice wrought iron. And wrought iron you can do over so easily, folks. It's insane. It's like...
Right,
yeah.
right. Hey, so I got a topic I want to talk about today a little bit, and actually Dave White, I have to hats off to him. He suggested that we talk about it, and that's kind of what's going on with this Aramco IPO. So let's set the stage a little bit, because this could be one of the big stories of 2018.
Okay.
So you have in their Vision 2030. First of all, a little background. King Salman took over 2 years ago.
Yep. His
and
brother died, right? Yeah.
His brother died. He appointed his son Crown Prince, which means next in line for the throne.
Right.
His son is Mohammed bin Salman, better known in the markets as MBS.
Right.
Prince MBS.
Right.
So Prince MBS is a young guy in his 30s, early 30s, I think, rolled out the Vision 2030 to diversify the Saudi economy away from petroleum-based revenue, so they'd make investments. And one of the cornerstones of this program is for the Saudis to sell 5% or more of Aramco,
Right.
the state oil company, the crown jewel of the nation, to raise money for their sovereign wealth fund. This could be, folks, the biggest IPO in history.
Yes.
Chances of over $1 billion. You know, Apple's getting there, but this one will come out north of $1 billion, especially if the oil price, the Brent oil price, stays around the $60 level, $60 per barrel level. But anyway, about 2 weeks ago, first of all, we all know that things are really heating up between the Saudis and Iran. They're traditional enemies. A rocket was fired into Saudi Arabia 2 weeks ago. It was shot down by a Patriot missile system. So there's increasing problems in the territory between Iran and Saudi Arabia. They also, Prince MBS also, to get rid of corruption, in his words, and dissent in the government, probably more likely, they locked up a whole bunch of governmental leaders, business leaders, including Prince Al-Walid, who is a huge investor in U.S. companies like Twitter and Citigroup and a whole bunch of others. They locked them up in the Ritz-Carlton in Riyadh.
Right.
And as I said on Dave White's show, I put in the den, I said, you know, big story is a human rights violation, only limited room service.
Yeah, totally.
So, if I ever have to get locked up, it's the Ritz-Carlton I want to go to. But anyway, having said that, some pundits are saying that this could throw a real monkey wrench into the IPO for Aramco next year. But I don't think so. I'll tell you why, Tom. There's too much vested interest on the table. First of all, the Saudis need the cash to diversify away from petroleum. They see that renewable fuels are the way of the future.
Sure.
Second of all, the bankers who will be putting this IPO out there are hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars in fees on $1 trillion IPO with a company with a market cap of $1 trillion.
Right.
I do not believe that this action is going to affect. In fact, I think that part of the reason that they're trying to put this under, I think that what they're trying to do is get rid of any dissent, but what they're doing is couching it in getting rid of corruption, is to actually clean it up, to make the IPO more attractive. The question is, will that work? And will this shave something off the valuation? But I think this thing comes to market. That's my take on it.
Yeah, I know. I expect it's going to. They're probably going to try to do it sooner rather than later, because I don't know if you saw it yet, but, you know, Norges, you know, the Nordic $1 trillion fund, which owns 1.5% of every equity in the world, they start talking about this morning that they're going to, a year from now, they're thinking of getting rid of all their oil stocks. And
right.
That, you know, that could have more ramifications for the Saudis than anything, because they really don't need them. because they have so much oil themselves. It's like,
That's true. That's true. It's kind of double jeopardy there.
Yeah, and
For
so
Norway.
I suspect
they're right on the Brent Sea.
that's the last thing that the Saudis wanted to see, I'm sure. I mean,
Right.
I can't
Well,
even figure out why they put that out, but
They need to do this sooner rather than later, in my view. I think that we have to keep our eyes on this November 30th OPEC meeting because it's going to be very important in terms of whether they extend to the end of the year the production cuts. I reckon they will.
Is it to the end of the year of 2018? Is there? That's what we're talking. We're not talking 2017, right?
Right now, the last meeting, they extended it to the end of Q1 2018.
Right. So we're talking about the end of 2018.
We're talking about
right.
extending it to the end of 2018. And as you can see on the oil chart here that I have up, that's working this time, which is a beautiful thing. The price of oil got up to $57.92. It's turned around. We did make a new high for the year, but we have turned around. And, a deeper correction is possible.
Stay right there, folks. Andy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dial right now is up 198. You get the Nasdaq up 93. S&Ps are up 22. Andy and I come right back, folks.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 200. Nasdaq's up 93. S&Ps are up 21. Some of the higher volume stocks out here. Walmart, folks, it's just pretty amazing what you have with Walmart out here. It's up 10%. You're talking about up $9 at 98.87. The war is going to be with Walmart and good old King Amazon. So, Andy,
Moving Walmart, huh?
oh man, that's and if you know the amazing part here, folks, is that you're talking about an equity that has 2.9 billion shares outstanding. So think about that for a second. You know,
it's a big day. If you're one of those Walmart heirs, you're having a pretty good day, huh?
Oh my God, that's that's so true. Oh, that's crazy.
About that, you know, that stock is pretty closely held. They own a lot of shares.
So here, I just pulled it up, right? You get Walmart Enterprises. They own 47.4% of the company. That's 1.4 billion shares. Then you get Walmart Family Holding with another 96 million.
That's a big number today.
Then you get the 401k. This is good for the workers. For their 401k plan holds 43 million shares.
Wow. Wow. Yeah,
intense.
Big day for Walmart. Big
Holy
day.
cow.
And you know what? Amazon does need some competition. There's no question about it.
They got competition, man. You can see it. You can see it coming with them, dude. You know, really could.
They need it. Anyway, back to commodities, which, you know, Walmart, hey, just so everyone understands. Listen, Walmart, Amazon, they are huge commodity consumers.
Yes.
Their trucks use fuel. Fuel comes from oil and other sources, and the bottom line is, in their stores, they heat them, they cool them. They are huge. Not to mention the racks that are made of metals. I could go on and on.
Isn't that cool? No, there's no doubt, man. And you know, what's intriguing there is that when you look at the amount of just trucks alone that Walmart has to move goods around in, and Amazon has to move goods around in. The aspect, folks, of whether it's going to be electric or diesel, or gas, inside these bigger tractor trailers, that's going to be, I suspect, one of the first things they try to tackle, because that's their whole business.
But these are supply chain monsters,
right?
And logistics are everything.
Yep.
So anyway, just to pick up on where we left off before the words from our sponsors here, crude oil has turned around, all right? And I wouldn't be surprised to see it make a move back down to the sweet spot around the $50 level. I mean, we have some support down at 53. There's support right here at 55. Those are minor support levels. But $50 is, you know, for the whole year, it's been a pivot point for crude oil. It's been the price, half the price that oil was back in June 2014, double the price that it was back in February 2016. It's a price that producers and consumers aren't happy with, but that they can live with.
Right.
So it's become a pivot point, and you know, we're seeing some changes. We're seeing term structure loosen, which means that the backwardation, the deferred discount in the futures market has narrowed and is moving towards contango. That's not a positive sign. We've seen the gasoline crack spread finally come down. Let's put a chart of that up there so you can take a look. We'll test out these new charts. Let me get it up there for you. But the gasoline crack spread has been really strong in the period of off-season demand. But we've seen it's moved now from about $20.57 down to under $17. That, you know, is a sign of weakness for demand for gasoline, but it's a seasonal thing, because if we look at the heating oil crack here, Tom, we'll see that that's still sitting here near the highs as we come into the peak season for heating demand. So very interesting what's going on in crude oil. It's not the market structure for the oil is not as strong as it was a few weeks ago, which could lead to a sell-off. The other thing, and the most important thing, we look at open interest, up at record levels. It's come down a bit. It's a crowded trade, that long crude trade, and nothing makes for a correction to the downside like a crowded trade on the long side.
What about natural gas?
Let's go to natural gas. Today, the first withdrawal of the season, 18 BCF.
Yeah.
And natural gas hasn't done much.
Right.
But I'm not too worried. I'm a scale down buyer. I'm hoping that it actually comes off. I think that natural gas wants desperately to fill this gap, which is like a magnet.
The
down
gap is
to,
at 310, folks. So we're 316, right?
Oh, you're looking at which contract?
I'm looking at the January contract.
Okay,
yes.
I'm looking at the December still. We're going to roll soon. But on the December, it gets down to 299.80. I'll put the January contract up there, and it gets down to 310.90.
Yep.
We need to fill that gap. I think that's an important thing. Gaps are like magnets, and we're not in the winter season yet, but I think it's very significant. It looks like we peaked at 2.79 trillion cubic feet. We'll see if there's an injection or withdrawal next week because it's a little bit warmer this week, but everything's coming a week early this year. We had the lows come a week early. We had the injection season end a week early. And we had a cold winter blast a little early this year. So if that portends anything for the natural gas market, we could see a lot of volatility this year.
Yeah, no, I suspect for some reason it seems like that first cold blast, it looks like it's going to be a cold winter, man. So.
Well, think about this, Tom. From last year, I'll put a weekly chart up.
Yeah.
From last year, we made the lows the week of November 7th last week, right? We rallied 56% between November 7th and December 31st.
Wow. Yeah.
We took the price up to almost $4.
And there's plenty of people in that market that just would trade the seasonals. They call the seasonals, right? I mean,
right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. They trade the seasonal. So this is a seasonal commodity.
Right.
We had it get up to to a decent level there. The December contract got up to around 323. It met selling, but I think that the sell-off here is a buying opportunity because there will be uncertainty about the weather. It's not like we're in January or February here.
Right.
We're at the very beginning. Only Mother Nature knows for sure how cold it's going to be this winter.
Yeah.
So
no
you're
doubt
going to see
about
a lot of price action over there in the natural gas market.
And
so,
folks, when we're talking all these commodities, just so you know, like when you test Andy's newsletter, all these commodities have ETF structures. So Andy has those ETF structures in there. You can trade them. You don't have to be in the futures market. The way you do that, you come over to our website at TFNN, and you're going to see right on the front carousel, I'm Mr. Andy Hecht, and you're going to see the 12 essential lessons to understand commodities upside down.
And inside out.
And inside out. It's a beautiful thing, man. It totally is.
Anyway, so commodities, very interesting here. We've got to watch the dollar. Big divergence recently. The dollar came down. Commodities didn't do much. We'll see if there's a delayed reaction, Tom.
Yeah, listen, there's no doubt. We came down with some real juice yesterday. You get a bounce with light volume. This looks to me like you're going to have another failure. That seller is back in the dollar.
Yeah, maybe another leg down will ignite commodities again.
Well, we know that if it heads to that 88, man, commodities don't unite, folks. Ignite, then you better get out of the way.
Something's wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks so much, man. Look forward to this show in about an hour and 20 minutes, Andy.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. Dow Industrial's down 193, NASDAQ off 91, S&P's off 20.
Listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Let's take a look at some of the higher volume stocks in this market. You have Cisco Systems up $1.98. That's got some juice underneath it. GE is still the highest volume stock. That is down 7 cents, $18.18. Walmart is up $9.32. Big number there. You get Brocade Communications up 14 cents. You get Apple up $2.45. Wells Fargo is up 64 cents. Best Buy, that's getting hit. That's down $2.22. You have the Square is up $1.12. And as we look at Square, I'm just curious as to what Bitcoin is doing right now. Bitcoin is up $423, $77.17. That is a monster. In fact, the high that was generated out here last week, which is on the 8th, was 78.82, and thus far you're at 78.20. So you are talking big dollars there inside that Bitcoin market, and monster volatility also. 1 second, there we go. So I go back over here. So if you're over at TFNN, if you're right now, folks, I'm going to bring up the front page of TFNN so I can show you what's happening here inside of Chrome. If you do use Chrome, they did an upgrade basically. So if you're having a tough time getting Tiger TV, I know you couldn't, if you are having a tough time, you wouldn't be watching Tiger TV right now. You'd be maybe listening to us, and that's why I want to go over this. If you go right to the front page of TFNN, what we did is that we put up directions in order that you can get right back on Tiger TV. So what it is this, is that inside of Chrome, Tiger TV flash settings, click here for instructions. So if you're getting a symbol that says error loading player, what we'd like you to do is you just click this for the flash TV, for the Chrome directions in order to bring it back up. And what you're going to see is at first you're going to enter the URL into your Chrome browser. You can go directly to flash settings, but we made this very easy. So first you just basically you could copy what we put there, and then what you're going to do is you're going to just paste it into your browser. And as you paste it into your browser, what's going to happen is that it's going to bring you right down to where you have to put, you take the site, And what you're going to do, and this particular one that I have up, I already got it, that no sites are blocked. But what you can do is that you can allow, where it says allow, what you're going to end up doing is you're going to just put TFNN.com. And bottom line, that'll bring it right back up. So what it is that when they did this upgrade, you know, bottom line, what it does is that because Tiger TV plays on a continual basis, bottom line is that you have to allow it to come into your browser. That's what's going on. It's very easy to do, but just go to the front page of TFNN, and the instructions are right there. It literally takes only a few seconds in order to get that done. Let's go over and take a look at the XLF and the XLE. XLE first, what you're going to see with the XLE, when I was just talking with Andy out here, you know, the Nordic fund out here today, which is a $1 trillion fund, they own 1.4% of every equity in the world, not just in the United States, folks. That's how big they are. Bottom line is that they came out this morning saying that they think that next year they're going to sell off their oil holdings. Now, that's not the oil hold. They make all this money because they own so much oil, they pump so much oil. But what you're going to see is that if we bring up ExxonMobil, they're very large owners on almost every equity you bring up. And as I go down, you see Norges Bank right there. They own 36 million shares of it. Bottom line, if in fact, so that what that did this morning is that put some pressure inside the oil business, period. You know, because if you have them getting out, that's going to be a big deal. Why? You know, because they own so much of it. So you had Exxon just go from a price point of 83, you're at 80. And if we go to Chevron, we take a look at Chevron. Chevron right now is trading at, that's down 71 cents. And Chevron has a high volume swing low out here at 112. You're at 114. Bottom line, you know, there's still pressure in that market. We go over and we go take a look at the financial market, the XLF. What do we have with the XLF? That's basically a flat market out here today. Now, that's pretty amazing in the context that you get the Dow up to 200 points. But bottom line, that's what you have. So the financials also are weak. And what that is saying, I swap and we go right over to the note and bond market. And what you're going to see, notes and bonds are strong. It's like they're back down 7 ticks, which is nothing in a 10-year. We went up for 14 yesterday. Bottom line is that this little baby is set up for higher price. Let's go to Rick in Denver, Colorado. Hey, Rick, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
Got no complaints, my friend.
Cool, man.
Hey, I wanted to ask you what your thoughts are on shorting GE at this time.
No, I wouldn't short it. I mean, I think it's going to 11.35, but you know, you just went from. If we go back a month, you just went from 23 to 18. I mean, if you could get if you got a nice big counter trend bounce, that'd be a different ball game. But right now, you know, this has been a one-way trade, so
yeah,
you know, you need a big bounce, you know, before you shot something like this. You know.
Okay. Volume-wise, obviously it's been up about 1% for the last couple of days. Are you seeing volume increasing as far as you know, the price going up and volume increasing? Is there any correlation there?
There is not. The volume is decreasing.
Okay.
We went, this is what we did. So we came down last Friday with 261 million. You came down Monday with 312. You went up Tuesday with 144 million, and you did 79 million today.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right, Tom. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. And what you do have, folks, this is where if you want to see some heavy losses, this is pretty intense. I was going through this yesterday, and when we were live on the air, but the well, what's going to make it a little bit easier is that Bloomberg made a scale out here today. Maybe they were listening to me yesterday as I was going through these, because what you had is that you had funds that got out of GE. This is as of the 30th of September. Then you had the funds that got in. And the funds that got in, they are losing so much money, it's like sick. Here, I'll bring this over so you can see how it's topped, the little scale that they did. So you got So picture, from where we were the 30th to where we are now, you're down $8, folks, okay? So you can multiply all these times $8. You get Barrow Hartley, they bought 52 million shares. Capital Group bought 39 million. Franklin Research bought 34. Harris bought 31. Bank of America bought 15. Stifel bought 7. Jan bought 5. IG Investment bought 5. You know, bottom line, you can see monster number of trades, and then you know, you just the top one, 52 million times 8. That's $500 million. That just was down the tubes. Bye-bye. See ya. Don't want to be ya. You stay right there, folks. Come right back. Dow Industrials right now up 186. NASDAQ is up 90. S&Ps are up 20. Come right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Basil Chapman has just announced a special subscriber event taking place Monday, November 20th from 5 till 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. What can you anticipate for 2018? In this 90-minute webinar for subscribers to Basil's daily trading newsletter, The Opening Call, he will be discussing a variety of topics for the coming year, including, can high techs continue to lead? Will the financials be affected by yields, and where will yields be in 2018? The chances for inflation or deflation? What stocks could be affected or weakened in the coming year, as well as Basil's long-term outlook for the dollar and gold, as well as many other topics. For all the details and to sign up for a 30-day free trial to The Opening Call, visit the front page of TFNN.com today. With nothing to risk, this is a great time to try out Basil's daily trading newsletter. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 188. You get the NASDAQ up 90. S&Ps are up full 20. We get over and we take a look at the Facebook. Let's see what these fangs are doing out here. So Facebook is up $1.74. You're at 179. Google is trading up $12 at 1,033. Amazon, that big dog out here, that looks like it's going to close at highs. Right now, the high is 1139.90. We've hit 1138.16. We're trading 1137.47. There's no reason that they don't push that right up and over that high coming into the close. Microsoft, we take a look at Microsoft. Microsoft is trading up 27 cents. NVIDIA, NVDA, let's see what the gold. NVIDIA is up $1.50, trading $211. That high out there is $218. Intel's up 22 cents. Cisco, a blast from the past from the 1990s. That did catch a big bid out here today, and they did sell it off. Cisco got up to $36.67. It's at $35.89 right now, and it looks like that could turn into a major problem. You know, I was talking about Cisco this morning because this is a major breakout, folks. And when you talk about a major breakout, you're talking about this was in a consolidation since 2001, and the number to keep your eye on here is going to be this $34.24 on the monthly basis. It hasn't been able to reach over that since 2007. So what we just did is that we just hit it. You're there. Bottom line is that if you close underneath that in a month, then guess what? That's saying another failure for Cisco after 16 years to break out of this range. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming back with the numbers after the close. A lot of earnings numbers coming out. Dow Industrials up 186. NASDAQ is up 89. S&Ps are up 20. Percentage-wise, what you have is that you have the Dow up 0.8, S&Ps up 0.8, NASDAQ up 1.3%. Gonna come right back, folks.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated folic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Marty in Worcester. Hey, Marty, what's going on?
Hi, Mr. O'Brien. How are you?
I'm doing great. How you been, man?
Not bad. You know, you guys, over the time and with a few of your courses and seminars, you know, you taught me how to fish.
That's a beautiful thing, brother.
Yeah, it's true. And so what happens is I still listen all the time, and to not only you, but some of the others.
Sure.
To, you know, get an idea where the fish might be biting. As far as your services, they're a bargain. When you compare them to a certain prominent man with real estate courses at $35,000 and no contact with the lecturers afterwards at all, and you think of what you guys do for a few hundred, and you can get access and ask questions forever, you know, it's a great deal.
No, we appreciate you growling with us out here.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. It's making a great night, folks. To master love, you have to practice love. The art of relationship is a whole mastery. And the only way to reach mastery is with practice. To master a relationship is therefore about action, not about attaining knowledge. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials finish up 187, NASDAQ up 87, S&P's up 19. You have the Dow Industrials. We go take a look at this, babe. What you're going to see out here, Dow is just under its highs. The high in the Dow intraday is 26,602, and we're at 23,458. The composite, NASDAQ composite, closed at an all-time high. Well, I think it did. Let's see, it just backed off a little at the close. Yeah, we still closed at an all-time high. Yes, 67.93. Bottom line, intraday, you had an all-time high, which is 68.06, 67.93. NDX 100, we take a look at the NDX 100. That NDX 100 hit a price point today of 63.52, and that baby also, that's a new all-time high. Right now, 63.39. That's not an all-time closing high. That was generated on the 8th of November. Gold contract. What do we have with the gold contract? Gold contract traded flat. If we take a look at how this baby traded out here today, particularly because we're going to be coming into a Friday, it's hard to believe that this week just went by so quick, and we're coming into Thanksgiving week. Next week, pretty amazing. So gold traded from a low of $12.74 today, a high of $12.81. You've done 268,000 contracts. Bottom line, yesterday, you got into $12.90. You had volume behind the move, and that's saying you're going to be right back topside. And the real question is going to be, we're going to be at topside tomorrow. Fridays in the metal market in general can be highly volatile. And they can push them either way. The reason I'm saying tomorrow inside the metals that I suspect we want to go higher is that when we go over to the dollar out here today, what you're going to see is that this dollar looks like it's setting up a small ABC structure on the way down. What the dollar did out here is that we came down hard the last 2 days. We got down to 93.305. That was testing the breakout area of October, and it was doing it with much lighter volume. So that's a classic. It's a classic meaning you break topside, you pull back, you have lighter volume. That normally would be a buy in a market. Now, in the dollar, it certainly wasn't a buy. The reason it wasn't a buy in the dollar is that when you take a look at this dollar, what you're still going to see on a continuous basis is that this dollar has not been able to basically hold price since January of this year. January of this year, it was at $1.03. You go straight down to the low of September, which is 90.99. And in that context, all you could do is, let me bring this closer so you can see that the anemic bounce here, I don't believe we even got to a 0.382. We probably didn't even get to a 0.27. Let me just see this for a second now. Yeah, we didn't. No, well, we got over we got just about to about 2.7. So you couldn't even get a dead cat bounce going to the 0.382 of the move from 103 down to the 90 level. So bottom line, that's telling you that you have a large seller in the dollar is weak. You get over, when we take a look at the euro, you're going to see just the opposite. The euro yesterday went topside big. We went from a price point of 116 to 118. I'm sorry, that was, what days? That was Tuesday. Then yesterday we got up to 118. You back down slightly today, but this euro wants to go make its way up to 120. And it's possible that this euro is a very large ABC structure on the way up. Let me see what we would have there. Well, you get $9, so you'd be at 124. And right now you're at 117 inside the euro. Notes and bonds, they continue to want higher prices. It's pretty amazing, actually, watching the note and bond market. But the 10-year note right now is 2.3. 2.3 is the middle of the scale for the past 12 months. That's how that is shaken out. Some of the higher volume stocks out here, let's just cut to the chase and go to Walmart first. This is quite a move, folks, in Walmart. It's an incredible move, actually. Walmart moved up 10% in one day. Walmart has 2.9 billion shares. Billion shares, okay? So you are talking about a major move with volume. And if we put this back, let me just see how it's set up here. So you set up, you get 90. This is a big move. 56, so that's what, 34. Let's say in $1.24 is coming at you on Walmart. That's pretty intense, man. And then the Walmart family, if you want to see some wealth, the Walmart family are going to jump right to the top of all these richest people in the world, because the Walmart family, the Walton family, still own 47.4% of Walmart. In fact, they actually own more than that. They own over 50%. Look at this, because they have Walton Enterprises that own 47.4, and they got Walton Family Holdings, which is 3.24. That's so smart. So they own 50.74%. That's bottom line. What does that mean? That means that no one could ever take them out. And you can just imagine, just multiply 1.5 billion shares times $10. There you go. That got added to their wealth out here today. Now, just on the opposite side of that, you had Best Buy down 5% today. That was down $2. This is down with volume, and this is an equity that had quite a comeback. I mean, you're talking about a major comeback. This was trading in 2013 at $10. Does $55. The chart's not destroyed, by the way. The low of the consolidation it's now in is at 51. You're at 55. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. We had the Dow Industrials finish up 187. NASDAQ up 87. S&P's up 20. We're going to be right back. Hi, folks. Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls. Now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials finished up 187, Nasdaq up 87, S&P's up 20. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, as we do each and every Thursday at 20 past the second hour. Don't forget, folks, Basil's got a great show right here at TFNN every trading day, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. Now, all the programming at TFNN, of course, you can get anytime you want, right on your cell phone. You go to TFNN.com, you hit Tiger TV. Now, as you come over to our website at TFNN, you can test drive Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call. The way that you do that, you go to TFNN, you hit Newsletters, you hit Trading Newsletters, and you can test drive The Opening Call 30 days absolutely free. And as you're right on the front page, what you're going to see is that our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, is doing an Opening Call subscriber event. So as you do that, as you test drive his newsletter, guess what? You're going to get a big bonus. And what that bonus is that on November 20th, our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, is going to be doing a webinar from 5 to 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. And what he's going to be talking about is that what can we anticipate in 2018? And as we come into November 15th today, 16th rather, 2018 is all of, 45 days away? That is, like, mind-boggling. Basil Chapman, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
Very well, thank you.
2018, Basil.
Just a month and a half. We're exactly midway through November. It's very interesting. If you're looking at this is on the left side is the daily Dow chart, in the middle is the weekly chart. On the right is the monthly, and look at that doji candle. Halfway through the month, and we're halfway into the candle itself.
Hey, let me ask you something.
Yes.
When you came into the office up in Nashville, what year was that? Do you remember?
I believe that was 1980. Sorry, not 1990. No, what am I talking about? 2001. 2002. Okay. That's right.
17 years ago.
It was September 2002.
Wow, intense, man.
I remember it so well.
That's pretty wild. 50, 30, 45, 60. That's almost like 25% of our life, you know.
Don't say that.
That's too much, man. That's really crazy. Okay.
It's a long time. So, as you know, ever since, in fact, when we sat together, we were looking at these peaks and troughs, and that's one of the reasons why I joined TFNN, because you said, I showed you, I said that's a peak F, should be a sharp move down. We're looking at a 2-minute S&P chart, pull back, and you said, wow. Well, and then we discussed things, and I came on. I said, if it's an educational show, I'd love to be on, and we've been together for over a decade, very long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is what we're looking at for the webinar, and this is really becoming quite a terrific time because the news that we needed today, well, first of all, let me show you. The chart on the left here is the daily chart.
Okay.
And the technicals, I use a MACD, the moving average convergence divergence. I use the slow stochastic. I use on balance. I do use volume, but I use it as on balance volume. It's just a running total, and it's subtracted or added depending on how the market closes, and it just goes on forever. And this shows you that there was a sharp pullback. So what I showed subscribers to my opening call, in fact, this is my newsletter. It'll be part of the program if they want to subscribe for a free trial. This is my daily chart. I discuss in great detail what we're looking at. I showed that there should be some kind of a balance because we've hit some support, but we're making lower lows and lower highs. The technicals, everything about it except for the action that we're looking at in terms of the news, in terms of the vote. Everything was saying, this is really down the New York Stock Exchange, the IWM, everything was looking weak. Now, this is very interesting. So today you see this really strong candle, but we're still way underneath the 23,602 all-time high.
Yeah.
The MACD hardly turned up, and the stochastic hardly turned up. But what I've been emphasizing and trying to emphasize to my subscribers is that these weekly and monthly charts of the Dow, the S&P, and the Qs, the Index 100, have been really strong. So what I wanted to say is, so this is my webinar coming up on Monday night. So I'm going to be discussing, as you said, I'm going to be talking about the high-techs, they've had a fantastic move. Their semiconductors have led. If there's a turn down in any of the major semiconductors at this particular point, we might see a rest period, and other sectors, you spoke about Walmart, other sectors could take the lead. And this is the rotation that we've been looking at since the summer of 2010. I'll be discussing, look at this. This is a Duesenberg from 1929. Look at this spectacular car. This is the Rolls. This is a special one-off. It's called a swept tail. I don't like it at all, but it's the latest. 14 million it cost. It hasn't got any of the looks yet of what I would consider to be the accessivity. And the accessivity I'll be talking about, we just heard about the Da Vinci work of art that went for, it was supposed to go for 100 million. It went for 450 with the fees. And that's this period of accessivity, and that's what I'm going to be talking about. I'm talking about in relation to the different chart patterns. And you can see that this is the Dow chart we spoke about the other day. There's a very long-term trend line, a rising trend line. I'd say it's about 35 degrees or something like that. And we're just about, we're within 100 points in the Dow. There's a monthly chart of touching, and that's been resistance before. So I'm going to be talking about what about interest rates. What's going to happen with the financials? Can the financials take over from, say, one of the sectors that's been leading and pulls back? What about the leading sectors like the XLK, which is the S&P tech sector, and the semiconductors, the SMHs? What's going to happen if they break out or if they pull back? What's the highest likelihood? Is there a worldwide stock market rally? Well, in fact, if you look at the German markets, if you look at, you can go around the world. They're making recovery highs or all-time highs in many cases. So this is something that I want to put together. I want to talk about the possibilities of what's happening. We're still long. General Motors has done fabulously. But what about the auto industry? You remember you spoke, I think I heard you just briefly the other day, you spoke about a flying car.
Yeah.
Well, this is something that's being, there it is. We're talking about, this is a different era. And what I like to always talk about is going into every turn of the century, the period 20 years before starts new innovations, electricity, automobiles. It just goes on. And then the next century, like the 1920s, saw the fruition of all that. And eventually you get many, many companies. And finally you get like your three, remember, General Motors, Chrysler, and Ford.
Yes.
And that's the way we've seen in the communications area. Netflix is right at the very beginning. What's going to challenge it? So I'm going to be discussing the retail sector, the Amazons. If I look at Amazon right now, it's starting to show a little bit of wear and tear. It's been absolutely fantastic. And now look, it's just been stalling, up 10 points today, up 0.92. It used to be the leader. It would have been up 15 points right on a day like this. So are we seeing some kind of a rotation? So basically what we're going to be looking at is we'll be starting, already starting this coming week, going into next week, we're looking at stocks that will most likely participate either on the upside or the downside of the next couple of months.
And folks, this is coming up right now. It's going to be coming up Monday, November 20th. It's hard to believe. Today's Thursday, right? This is pretty cool, man. So and come over to our website.
Time, yeah,
right on the front page of our website, folks. You can sign up. You get 30 days of his newsletter free. You get the workshop Monday night, 5 to 6:30. And if you can't make it live, folks, it's archived. Get it as many times as you want right on your website. Basil, you have a great night, safe night. Of course, we look forward to the show tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Tom. You too.
Thank you. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how EverBank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? EverBank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? EverBank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Think or Swim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go over to, we get some numbers coming out. So AMAT closed at Supplied Materials. They closed at $57.84. You're trading down $1.25 right now. Let's see what they have to say. AMAT's always going to be an important one, too, because AMAT builds all the chip plants. So for these chip folks, and what we're going to look for is that we're going to look for their backlog, folks. Okay, so let's see what they have. AMAT, Applied Materials, the biggest supplier of machinery used in making semiconductors, gave a forecast that suggests an industry boom in demand shows few signs of cooling off. Revenue in the first quarter, which ended in January, which ends in January, will be $4 billion to $4.5 billion. That compares to an average annual estimates of $3.96 billion. Chip makers in general and producers of data storage devices in particular are facing expanding demand and increasing difficulties in wringing improvements out of their materials. Applied Materials has ridden the wave of expanded orders, almost doubling its annual fiscal revenue from 2013. That's a big number, man. Fiscal fourth quarter income rose to $982 million, or 91 cents a share, and that is from $610 million the prior year. You can imagine that. You do $610 million the quarter, fourth quarter of last year, you do $982 this year. Big number. Memory chip manufacturers such as Samsung have been leading the effort to add capacity to meet demand for data storage in displays where Applied Materials supplies the majority of the machines used in the manufacturing of flat panels, phones, TV makers, organic light emitting diode technology, OLED lights. Bottom line, folks, it's a big number. Let me go see if I can actually see the rest of these numbers here. Okay, so here you go here. So their margin is running at 46%. Sales $3.97 billion. Earnings 94 cents. But I want to look I want to find their backlog. That's what I want to find. 1 second. Yep. Okay. We will come back. I will look at that at the next break. SPLK. Let's go take a look at. Whoops. Okay, so we got this company, web-based application software. The company provides software that collects, analyzes machine data generated by websites, applications. This closed at $69.30. This is trading at $77.25. That's a monster. This breaking all highs. Let's see. No, it's not breaking highs. This high is 106. Okay, so let's see what they have to say. The estimate was $309 million in revenue. They did $328. Earnings estimate 14 cents. They did 17 cents. So they're doing good. That's the bottom line. We go to Ross Stores. Ross Stores closed at $65.69. This is trading $70, so that's up $5. Big number. These discounters are making money. And I think this is going to break all-time highs. Well, let's bring this back a little bit further. Yeah, this is breaking all-time highs. Pretty amazing. So let's see what they have to say. Man, there's winners and losers in this retail space, and it's pretty dramatic, the differences, that's for sure. So the estimate was 67 cents. They made 72. Their comp sales are up plus 4%. The estimate was plus 2%. Big number, man. Big number. Let me just see this. Where are you? There you go. They see for the fiscal year, the estimate for the year had been $3.24. No, $3. Yeah, $3.23. Now it's $3.24 to $3.28. That's no big deal there. Comp sales are up though. That's up to 2%. That's a plus. That's a good number. They're boasting their fourth quarter sales. I think the fourth quarter sales are going to be much larger. So that in itself is pretty amazing. There's no doubt about that. Oh man, I'm sorry. Let's go to Mike in Almond Beach. Hey, Mike, what's going on?
First of all, I want to thank you again for all the great stuff you do for us. You have great hosts on TFNN in addition to yourself, Basil, Steve Rhodes, Andy. They've all added great tools that I use in addition to what I learned from you. So,
well, I appreciate that, man. I'm sorry that you were on that line for so long. I knew you were there, and then right. I forgot after I had Basil, man. I'm sorry. Jesus.
That's all right. It's all great information I was listening to. Another thing, well, first of all, Tom, I wanted to ask you, looking at the Dow on a daily,
yep.
From the high that we had at 23,602 to yesterday's low, if we don't go higher than our high today, is it possible that could be a small ABC down?
If let me first, I'll do the diamonds first. Let me just look at this.
Okay.
It wouldn't be because the diamonds had more volume.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'll do the. That was just a quick way to do it, but let me go into the NYSE also. So the NYSE at 776. Now, if you just looked at that, yeah, you could say that. But what's cool is that when you do an indice, I normally do both. Do you know what I'm saying? You go to the indice, then you go to ETF structure for the indice, and if they're not matching up, then it's like, okay, you can't make that decision. Well, you can, but the decision then would be saying one saying it is, one saying it isn't. So you want to pretty much clear that, okay, do you have an ABC structure up or down? And in this particular case, the diamonds would be saying you do not. The Dow Industrials could say that, yeah, you may, but I would say that it's not.
Yeah, one other thing I listened to is what Basil just brought up, and the not confirming the move we had in points today, and that's something else I was looking at.
Well, what happens with the Dow? So here, let's look at the Dow for a second, because the Dow is a weighted structure. It's very easy for the Dow to go up 100, 200, 300, actually 500 points now because we're up at such heavy, well, not heavy levels, high levels.
Yeah.
And that will be shocking in the aspect of people not being in the market thinking that, oh my God, like today, the Dow's up, 187 points, right? Well, that's 0.8%. And as you look at it, what you're going to see is that, Walmart put in 67 of those points. Well, Walmart's still only a $99 stock. If we had Goldman, which is a $239 stock, right, go up 10%, oh my God, that in itself would have put like about 110, 120 points into the Dow Industrials. Actually, it would be more than that. If that went up 10%, one second, I can get this. Oh my God, yeah. If Goldman went up that same 10%, it would put in like 160 points by itself.
Right.
So you got to be. It doesn't. My point is, you just got to be really aware that the Dow is. If we're going up, it can go up lots and lots of points without huge percentage of moves.
Yeah.
Yeah, stay right there. We're coming right back.
Okay.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
Basil Chapman has just announced a special subscriber event taking place Monday, November 20th from 5 till 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. What can you anticipate for 2018? In this 90-minute webinar for subscribers to Basil's daily trading newsletter, The Opening Call, he will be discussing a variety of topics for the coming year, including, can high techs continue to lead? Will the financials be affected by yields, and where will yields be in 2018? The chances for inflation or deflation? What stocks could be affected or weakened in the coming year, as well as Basil's long-term outlook for the dollar and gold, as well as many other topics. For all the details and to sign up for a 30-day free trial to The Opening Call, visit the front page of TFNN.com today. With nothing to risk, this is a great time to try out Basil's daily trading newsletter. Sign up today.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. We Dow Industrials finished up 187. You had the Nasdaq trading up 87. S&Ps are up by 20, and right now we're talking with our man Mike from Almond Beach. Yeah, so, inside the Dow, the bottom line is that because of that price-weighted index, that can get some big numbers in it. That's the bottom line.
Yeah. Hey, Tom, also, I wanted to, earlier when you were talking to Andy, you were talking about, how valuable a piece of metal is and everything, and when you see a piece of wrought iron.
Yes.
I sent you a link. I sent you an email, and I sent you a link to my website. I make a lot of stuff out of scrap metal. I make metal art, metal sculptures.
Oh,
when
that's
you get a chance,
so cool.
check it out.
Oh, I will definitely check it out. What is the website? Give it out so people can look at it.
Okay. It's called metalartbymichael.com.
Okay, so metal
art.
Is it A-R-T or arts? A-R-T-S?
Yeah, A-R-T by Michael, MICHAEL.com.
That's awesome. I can't wait to see it, man.
And I started, building race cars and driving race cars, and I started making gifts out of wrecked race car parts. And
Really?
Yeah.
That's so cool, though. Because it's so valuable. And it's, know what I've found? What blows my mind, I wish, metal now, folks, is so expensive. Getting it fabricated, it's unbelievable, okay? And when I think back when I was ripping houses apart when I was 20 years old, right? How much metal were coming out of those beautiful houses in Boston that were all brick. Do you know what I mean? It's like, wow, man. It's like intense. Yeah. That's
I have like a little bio at the top of the left of my site. There's links on the left side. If you click them, it opens up pages. But you'll see all the different things, and most of what I make it out of is scrap metal. So.
Yeah, hold on. We're going to do it right now. So 1 second. Let me go. Let me go to it right now. So let me have the side again.
Metal art. By Michael, MICHAEL.com.
Unfortunately, I can't do this on the fly. You know what? I can't stand this when what has happened is that I went from a Google. Let me pull in Google a second. 1 second. We can get this up, man.
Yeah, when I build a lot of this art, too, I use a lot of Fibonacci numbers.
Okay. Oh, look at Metal Art by Michael. Is this it?
MetalArtByMichael.com.
Yeah, I got it, man. Oh, look at you got some plants here, right?
Yeah, all metal.
Look at this, man. Oh, this is awesome. Wow. That is really cool, man. These are some good prices too, man.
Yeah, I'm in a whole bunch of galleries here on the East Coast of Florida. In fact, I'm going to a gallery reopening tomorrow night in New Smyrna. They got damaged by the hurricane, but...
Steel divider. Look at that steel divider, huh?
Yeah.
And what is this candle? That candle holder is pretty cool. What's this candle? Stainless steel hard candle holder. Wow.
Yeah, like I said, you can click the links on the left side. They open up all different pages and stuff.
Oh, good. Okay, I'll stay. Racing.
Auto racing fabrications. I also build race cars for people.
Man, you got some. Oh, look at this thing. Wow, you're not going to get hurt in that. I could go a couple 100 miles an hour in that one. Look at that, man. Holy...
Yeah, those are all chassis I built from the ground up. I designed them, built them, drove them, and won races in every one of those cars.
Wow. That's pretty freaking cool, man.
In fact, some of the cars I build are racing near you at East Bay Raceway.
Really? You know, I've never gone there. I go by there all the time and on the way to St. Pete. I gotta stop there, man. So is that, like, what kind of track is that?
That's a dirt track. That's, I believe, 1/3 mile dirt track.
Okay.
But, well, I really appreciate you, showing my stuff to all the TFNN listeners. I really appreciate it.
Look at this. This is beautiful, man. Wow. That is amazing. So you must have quite a little shop set up down there.
Well, I have a shop set up in back of my house, and I've always listened to TFNN. My uncle told me about you many years ago. I've called in and tried to follow you as good as I could, but I've always had full-time jobs. that kept me working 55, 60 hours a week, and I just got laid off from my last full-time job. So now I'm trying to do this in trading full-time. So see what happens.
I love it. That is so cool, man. That is so cool. Ask about the race car. Yeah, you get the Tigers going crazy in the den right now.
Well,
we all want the race cars, man.
I'm trying to get back out racing again, too.
Yeah, we all want those race cars. There's no doubt about it, man. Yeah, totally. So Speedway, look at this, East Windsor Speedway. 1 second.
Up in New Jersey, yeah.
Oh, look at this thing, man. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I've had a couple nasty wrecks, too, but
yeah,
I've got pictures of that on there, too.
Well, you're alive and kicking, man. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I was always in the top, though. Always a top finisher, top runner.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, you gotta. So when you're racing, like, you gotta have some good eyes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good, good general eye-hand coordination.
Right.
So.
Right. Yeah. It's a great sport, man. I love that sport. Yeah.
And yeah, if there's any Tigers out there that want to sponsor me and put a name on a race car, get in touch with me because I'm trying to get a car together for next year. So.
And where are you going to race?
There's a track right near me called Volusia Speedway Park.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. The last year I raced there, I finished second in the point standings, and that was a while ago. But I raced in the NASCAR Winston Racing Series and dirt and asphalt.
And what do you like racing in the best?
I like them both equally.
Okay.
When you're, as far as affording it, I think the dirt racing is a little more affordable.
I see.
And the driver can make up a little more for what the car lacks with the dirt racing.
I see.
So
because these cars, if like a car, not on a dirt race, but on a well, what do you call it? Is it asphalt or cement or what is it actually? When they're on the track, when they get ahead, a lot of these cars are almost just as fast as each other, right? So it's hard to catch them at that point, right?
Yeah, it depends on a lot of the tracks, the way they have the rules set up. You have different specs that you build the cars to, and
okay.
I worked as a NASCAR race car fabricator years ago up in the Carolinas and Virginia.
Yeah.
And the main thing a lot of people do the big race teams, what they're trying to do is, it's like anything. You find loopholes in the rules and you take advantage of that until you get caught.
Wow. Yeah, that makes sense. Listen, that's all sports, right? That's all winning. That's you're on that line and you do the best you can. That is so cool. Well, okay, so folks, the website is metalartbymichael.com. Check it out.
Yeah. Thanks again, Tom.
Hey, man, thanks so much. That was awesome. Have a great one, man. Have a safe one.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. With over $56 million in cash and over $66 million in working capital, Great Panther Silver is positioned as a company with a solid foundation and poised for growth. While completely unhedged to the price of silver, Great Panther retains 100% ownership in 2 producing mines in Mexico, which is the top silver-producing country in the world, along with future potential production in Peru. Great Panther is highly leveraged to the price of silver, and after a great year of performance in 2016, Great Panther Silver has a strong outlook for 2017 as well. With good liquidity in trading and strong fundamentals on the balance sheet, while remaining completely unhedged to the price of gold and silver, now is a perfect time to take a closer look at this equity. If you'd like to find out more about Great Panther Silver, then go to greatpanther.com or check them out on the NYSE market, symbol GPL, or the TSX, symbol GPR.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. And folks, I always read that card. I always, whatever you think about, you bring about, whatever you focus on grows. On Michael's website, man, I can't read the whole thing because this is the last segment. It's quick, but you got to read this, man, because this is about as good as you can get. It's about his dream, and it's about, you got to love this, okay? That he loved racing so much, but of course it takes a lot of money for doing it. So this is when he was a kid. This is when he's probably 14, 15 years old. And then he goes on to say, they said, okay, let's see. He was determined. He asked for help and guidance. They said, you never make it. He spent his years working hard, getting the knowledge, okay? Helped out other races, and then, but he was determined, and so this is what he did. He'd pick up old washers, dryers, refrigerators, other appliances out of the trash, cut them out, get the sheet metal out of them to make his race car bodies, okay? He'd also pick up trashed bicycles, make suspension parts out of them from the tubing of bicycle frames. He built his first race car and drove it in his first race when he was 17. When he was 20 years old, he was second in the Fleming, New Jersey Speedway late model stock car point holdings, and second in the state of New Jersey for late model stock car standings. I'll never forget it. The people that had laughed at him, picking up refrigerators, came running up to him, waving racing magazines with the story that he was in the position to walk away with the track and state championship. Pretty cool, man. I mean, it's totally where it's at. You talk about passion. Holy cow. Passion, fun, you're still at it, cranking it out. Michael, that's a beautiful story, man. It's totally where it's at. And you're at is it's really amazing, actually. And guess what, folks? There's a lot of things right in front of us. Don't throw them out. Grab them and go from there. Market-wise out here, bottom line, you're coming into a Friday. We're up. You're coming into Thanksgiving week. Metals out here tomorrow. I expect that the metals market, we're going to have some volatility in it. The reason being that dollar looks like to me that it wants to go south, and gold and silver, it looks like they want to make a run for it. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And it's option expiration tomorrow. Thanks, Dave. Always remember, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it, step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Everything you need is right inside you. Have a blast with it, folks. Look forward to speaking right here, 9 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.